There's a certain way.
Kissing
cousins.
Sometimes you got to do it. You know, keep that bloodline pure.
You're not that far down south, though, JD. That's confusing.
Oh no, JD's in Pennsylvania, man. He's in that Pennsylvania park. He's a little bit past them Amish, man. Them Amish don't fuck around.
No, they don't.
Amish life. Shout out to Amish life.
No electricity and wagons and.
But they have vape pens.
Yeah, but they got vape pens and
go
big
figure.
Trucks to carry all them bricks in.
That's essential. Yeah. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 10 of Breaking the Mold, the newest podcast coming at you here each and every single week from the realm of Collectors YouTube channel. If you prefer an audio version of this podcast, we got you covered. We're on iTunes and Google Play through Podcast Addict or your favorite podcast pushing platform. Please remember to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, just like Rogue War 71, and we got a new 5-star review, guys, from N Sabanor. So shout out to that dude. We thank you for that. If you're watching us on YouTube, my boy Extra Zero, he's not here tonight, but I think he'd tell you to kielbasa smack that like button. And if hop into the live chat below, we're going to shout everybody out in the chat towards the end of this podcast. I'm Hurricane BX. I'm sipping on something very, very nice from my brand new Etch box mug.
Wow, look at that. That's a fucking hell of a mug there, buddy.
Look at that. Shout out to KJ Sparkles.
You know what? I think I got you one beat on that one, buddy.
Nice.
Sipping on a little bit with the Realm of Collectors mug.
Sweet. Well, let's say what's up to the rest of the crew. First up, Energon Addict. How are you, Pop?
What's up? I'm good. What's up, guys? Happy to be here with you fools after this long weekend, but can't get sick of you guys for some reason.
Right?
You think that might happen, but it doesn't.
Yep, no. Doesn't happen. No.
All right. Next up, the Analyzer, Brian Brink.
Yo, what's up, people? How you guys doing? You enjoying this weather?
Yeah, it's fucking cold again.
Yeah. Impending doom is on his way. The mighty Quinn is coming to the east.
It's really hot. It's really hot in here.
Oh,
really hot.
Fuck you.
Thanks for shopping with me.
Yeah. You all you guys never sent me my 5%.
Yeah. Tied up.
Yeah, it's in transit.
It's right here.
So has the mayor reached out to Nadia lately? I'm just wondering.
Oh no, that's a spring thing.
Oh, fair enough. All right, let's check it.
All right, next up, Big Dom.
What's going on, guys? Good to be here.
Hi, Dom.
Hello.
I miss you, Dom.
I miss you too, JG.
Yeah.
All right, G Money. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really good, man. How's everybody today?
Wonderful.
Spectacular.
Excellent.
Any more adjectives? Come on.
Fantastic.
That's a big word for you guys. Adjective. Tom, don't change the show that fast.
I know. Sorry.
Easy. All right, everybody's favorite pigment surgeon, JD. How are you?
Hi out there in Meatbag Land.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, and our very special guest making his first appearance on Breaking the Mold. We got the Rock Father himself, Dust Mites.
Yo. About time you motherfuckers invited me. What's up, everybody? Congratulations, guys. We're at double numbers right now. Double digits on the episodes.
Awesome.
Episode.
Nice. Very cool.
Went quick, huh? Goes fucking fast.
It does.
It does, actually.
Fast, man. Thank you guys for having me on tonight. I'm finally here to kick it with you guys. Talk about the fun that we had this past weekend, and walking around, and the standing, and the drinking, and the eating, and the money changing hands, and the smells, and the woo! What a fucking weekend. I want to tell you guys right now, I crashed so bad on Sunday. I came home, I slept 11 and a half hours. 11 and a half hours. I think I will.
Same here, Dust.
The whole night, man. I was fucking out. Recharge. What a good time, man.
That's awesome. And are you still on vacation? I think you started your vacation, right?
Until Monday. We got this big ass snowstorm coming tonight. It's going to drop almost possibly anywhere from 10 to possibly 16 inches of snow.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty big event up here. We just had a big event last week, the day before NJCC. It dropped about 8, but there was a lot of rain beforehand. So it was heavy, wet snow. So with the winds, there was a lot of road closures, trees down, power lines down, so the snow wasn't the biggest problem. And I think that had a lot to do with some of the traffic that we may have not seen, or the unbalance of time when traffic was coming through the convention this past weekend because of the weather. A lot of people didn't have power. I know they didn't get much snow down in South Jersey, but excuse me, but the wind was the big issue. It was knocking down power lines. So, but yeah, nor here or there. I think everybody had a very good weekend. Man.
Oh, very successful. Very successful. Well, welcome to Breaking the Mold, brother.
Thanks, dudes.
All right. So NJCC was this past weekend, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. That's southern Jersey, very close to Philadelphia. We got to see some heads we hadn't seen in a while or spoke to. It was a really, really good time. Everybody that's on this panel tonight was at the show. So I think we all got a different perspective on how it went. Real quick, I was actually freaking worried. Because this show, I didn't have a lot of Transformers stuff, and that show was very G.I. Joe, Transformers, kind of Star Wars based. I brought a lot of imports, so I wasn't really expecting to do well, but I did better than the last show. So it just shows nothing to worry about. The realm was there, the realm was strong, and really incredible presence. Dust, I wanted to ask you first.
What's up, dude?
We were saying at the show, we kind of consider NJCC like our home base. How do you feel seeing like that show? You've been going there probably longer than any of us, and going like with your brother Brian, Rolling Steel, and then building the ROC. Like, how do you feel about how the ROC has grown at that show with every convention? Since
it's amazing. I mean, we started going there like 2012.
Wow.
When I first started getting back into collecting was like early 2012. And it's like, I was looking for comic shops and anywhere I could find toys because I was getting back into things again. I wanted to get back into the whole collecting, going through everything. Brian and I used to go on these missions every weekend. I wanted to do it again, and there just wasn't any places. So then I was like, fuck it, let me just Google, New Jersey toy shows. And the Wayne show came up, the little show in Wayne, and, a couple of things. And then this one came up. What the fuck is this? And I clicked it, read the description, and then I sent the link to him, and he's like, yeah, I heard about this show. It used to be a big G.I. Joe convention, like a lot of old school Joe, and you could still see there's still remnants of G.I. Joe there. You're like old school Joes and stuff. And it was more of a vintage and older Joe presence there. So I said, fuck it, you want to go? He's like, yeah, we'll go. So we went on a Sunday. The first one, I think it was me, him, and I think Bobby Starscream came, and maybe Matt, Asian Kid Matt. Maybe that's who our circle was back then. I'm trying to remember the first show. And I think J-Ruse, maybe. This is like early Instagram days, so there really wasn't a big squad at the time, but we all just went there. And
Ace there too.
Maybe Ace came. I'm trying to think who I knew in that time. I think we might have went to one show prior, where it was just only like maybe 2 or 3 of us, and we didn't know many people there. And then when we posted about it, everybody's like, oh yeah, I went to that show too, but I didn't know you guys were going, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when it was 3 times a year. Now it's a 2-day event, and it's twice a year. So there was more shows to go to back then. And I don't know, we just posted about it on Instagram, because Instagram was our big thing back then. And got more people interested, and everybody's like, we were showing pictures and stuff that we got and walking around, and how me and Brian, we're stupid. We do stupid videos and stupid pictures and, building up the hype. We could make a pile of shit look good. In fact, we did a couple of times, but yeah. So the shows just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's 5 guys, 6 guys. It was a table of 4 for lunch, and then the next time it was a table of 8 for lunch, and then the next time we got one of the rooms in the back, which had 15 to 20, and it's just grown from there. It's fucking incredible, man. That's why I don't care how bad the traffic is at that show. I will always go, or always try to go. I haven't missed a show since I first started going. Have not missed one fucking NJCC since the beginning of 2012.
Nice.
Not one.
Nice.
I can't. If I do, it crushes me. It crushes me if I can't make it.
Yep, that's like so it's a tradition for you, and now of course a tradition for all of us. Me and my cousin have the same thing for Wizard World Philly, and just like you said, we missed it one year and we were miserable the entire year. We said never again, never again.
You know, and it wasn't the fact because I want to go there and look at the same fucking vendors that have the same overpriced 90s toys that, you know, it's not that. I don't go there to buy toys. I was going there for the meetups, meeting the people from Instagram, getting to talk to in real life and sit down and have a beer and a meal with people and have a toy discussion. You know, we used to have a round table when it was small enough. We would all go to lunch and Steele would come up with these topics and we would put a recorder on the table and just everybody talk about it. Of course, it didn't really record that well without a microphone, but you know, it was just the fact that we had round table discussions, which was a huge part of the meetup too, because you're actually talking with other collectors that are just like you. And this is why the hangouts became so big back then, because it was like, I want to do every day what we do at that table.
Yeah.
And that's when I found this format and we started doing that. So
yeah,
it's really funny how it all spawns from that, man.
It is. And it's funny, like when you talk about it, you realize now, like you're thinking back, oh yeah, that is kind of like what got this all going. You know, it is incredible. I remember those early videos that you were just talking about, and that's what prompted me to go. I think my first show was in the summer of 2015, and I don't think I've missed one since then. And like I said, every time it just gets bigger and bigger. I remember the group photo at that show. I think it was maybe like 8 of us. Yeah, maybe 8, 9 of us maybe.
I think I may have a video on my YouTube channel of the first video one that I edited. I think it was our 4th show, our 3rd or 4th show. So it was only a handful of us, but you could see like there's 2 or 3 other videos after that are just random. And you can see how much larger we've gotten in every video. You know what I mean? And then you see the video, like everybody's got the same shirt on, the first ROC shirt. And that was an interesting NJCC too, because it was a big weekend. It was not only the first really big ROC meetup, because we had the shirts out, everybody was meeting up, but we had the first Skull Fest the next day, the day before. So we had Skull Fest on Saturday, and then we had NJCC on Sunday. So we drove to Cherry Hill Friday night, and we stayed at the hotel there because it was halfway. Drove the rest of the way to Bobby's, which was about 2 hours, to Bobby Skullface's house for Skullfest. Hung out there, had a great fucking time. We didn't want to leave. We didn't leave until it was like 11 o'clock at night, We were all bullshitting. Drove all the way back. Instead of staying down there, we drove all the way back to Cherry Hill that night so we could get a decent night's sleep, and then we woke up in the morning and we went to the convention, to NJCC. So that was a big weekend for us.
Dust, do you remember, was that the reverse Devi one, or was that the one before the reverse Devi?
No, that was before. That was the black and silver. That was the silver joint.
That was early. That was the early original ROC logo.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I remember watching those videos. I remember you did the Skullface Spotlight video. And you had, pics and stuff from around that show, and I went to the next one after that. Yeah,
it was kind of a big deal for us. We always talked about, hey, we're getting shirts, and there's just a handful of us, and there's our first shirts. It's just, I still have it, man. I still have it. You pull it out of the closet, it looks brand fucking new. I got 2 of them, but it's like, that means a lot to me. Everybody says like, why do you buy? Number one, I got to buy the merch because I got to support. But this is something that I buy one and I put one away. I don't know. It just means a lot to me. Like I have a sealed rock box. I have a sealed rock bag from the year before, mint in sealed box.
Nice. Yeah. That's that collector's mentality right there,
I mean, it's a huge thing, man. I really honestly think it's what we started. It's special, and we got special people, and I'm so happy that, it's grown so big. I mean, it's not the hugest thing in the world, but it's pretty large what we're doing here, man. It's pretty large, and it's a pretty special thing that we got.
Oh, for sure.
And you could just see that, like this weekend, just looking around while everybody's talking and BSing, and we got a whole square island of that convention.
That's the incredible thing, that like we literally had like one side of the room, almost the whole side. If we take over the walls, then we literally have half the showroom there.
And something that Chuck said in one of the posts in Facebook, he said that once we started getting tables there, we changed the whole dynamic of that show. We started bringing in third-party we started bringing in a more of a modern mix, better pricing. You know, really good prices, and changing the dynamics of that convention. You know, we first started seeing like the third party coming in very small drips and drabs, and then you know, you had some G1 spots, stuff like that. Then your Marvel Legends was there, but at a time it was a lot of vintage, like G.I. Joe, Star Wars, like I was saying, a lot of garbage nobody wanted. Wrestling was big because that Grimm's Toy Show guy used to go there with a bunch of his buddies, so they had a bunch of wrestling figures on tables, and you know, there was just a little bit of random cool stuff that you wanted. But when we actually started getting those tables and we had that lobby that first time, I think that's when we were telling these other guys that you need to up your game. You know, honestly.
Yeah, remember that? That was just like a happenstance. It was like just before the con, like a few days before. Bricks is like, hey, I was talking to a guy, Fran, and a bunch of people dropped out, and you want to get tables?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I was scrambling. I was like, what do I not want?
super last minute trying to see what we could bring, you know.
Dude, I loaded my car up so fucking deep. My nephew had no place to sit. He had to sit with a box on his lap. We couldn't fit anything else out in that car. You know what I came home with? A little fucking tub of chugs. That's it.
Oh, you were selling. You just giving that stuff away.
We all were. We all were. You know, it's pretty bad when the dealers are coming and buying it on your table for $4 or $5 and putting it on their table for $15.
Yeah.
Like, man, I, you know, you do what you want to do, but if you want to keep bringing it back to conventions every show, that's on you, man. I don't want to come back home with this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
going
gonna say.
Yeah, seriously. Well, speaking of the selling, like each of us had a table as a part of that island, the ROC island, as we're calling it. So I want to ask this question to the rest of the guys on the panel. I want to get each of your unique perspectives on how your weekend went and selling. You know what I'm saying? Because this was, this was big. Like, we were there. We had a presence. And like I said, I thought I wasn't going to do well. I did extremely well. So I just want to know how everybody else's weekend turned out. So, Dave, how was yours?
It was good, but first let me ask you, what do you mean by extremely well? Are you paying for dinner next week, or what's up?
We're going sis.
I got the first round of
everybody.
wings. I got the first round of wings next time we go to Marley's.
You're not allowed that.
Well, I mean, okay,
Doritos.
I went in there the other day. They're like, you don't have that. No, he's not with me. I'm sorry, Dave.
This time we got to keep the volume down, though. It's all right.
No, it's either the volume down or
anyway.
the amount of drinks that were slid to the table.
No more Long Islands. Don't let me have any more Long Islands. Right? Yeah.
So as well, I got there late. You know, I had to do my little pickup, my New York pickups or whatnot, and we got there maybe 5 minutes before the con started, so I had 5 minutes to set up. And basically, I didn't even know what I was really bringing until like maybe a few days before that. I think it was Gary who was like, just take everything that you don't want, anything you don't see yourself displaying, and take it with you. And I said, all right, cool. So I tried packing up my little ass car originally on Thursday night because we got hit with that storm on Friday. And I couldn't even fit a quarter of what I really brought. So I had to ask the wife to bring her car because I was freaking out the night before. I couldn't sleep. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? I was about to tell Eric and Ian, yo, you dudes might have to stay behind, man. Like,
hey, you told us you were playing Tetris with the fucking car.
Hell yeah, I did it like 3 times. But, you know, with wifey's car, I managed to get a lot more in there. Still had a few boxes I left behind, but probably stuff that wouldn't have sold. And when I got there, I was in shock. I was like, I knew what the space we were getting, but it's not until you get there and see it that you're like, holy shit! Like, I hear an echo.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's me. I'm trying to check the chat. Yeah, I did what Dust did yesterday. I was trying to check the chat.
So when you first walk in, like, you know, I saw, I think it was Dom set up. And then you look to the left and you saw Jose and then Brian set up and then the whole ROC thing that fucking Chris put together with his wife. And it was amazing. And then before you knew it,
crazy. That banner?
Yeah. I mean,
it was some red carpet shit.
Yeah, definitely drew attention to us. I mean, just having that banner up, but then just seeing all the guys, and it was like, holy shit, we have like half the room basically. Yeah. And you know, by the time I set up and I put shit out, both me and J. Ruse were like, we both should have got a table each because we
definitely you guys
we didn't think we were gonna have that.
Everybody takes what were the table 6?
6 feet.
Yeah, you think 6 feet's enough, and then you start. 6 feet is not enough.
Yeah. Shit. But the stuff I brought, you know, was stuff like I bought maybe about 10 years ago, 12 years ago when I started collecting again. I was just buying, you know, 3 3/4 inch Star Wars stuff and G.I. Joe shit and a bunch of like third party and Transformer stuff that I was kind of like not really intrigued with anymore. I kind of lost some interest in, and I figured, you know, they might come out with new renders of them. So I said, let me get rid of them now before they start coming out. Had a few Mezco figures that I won on raffles that I necessarily didn't need. And believe it or not, a lot of that shit went. I was in shock.
Yeah, you guys had a really large variety of stuff to say.
Right.
You guys shout out the variety.
Yeah, shout out to radar detectors, which I did sell.
A 1/1 scale?
Which I did sell on Sunday. Yeah.
You did sell it?
Yeah, to a vendor.
Get out of here. I tried getting Asian Kid Matt to buy it, but
yeah, but overall, man, I think I did well too. I was kind of complaining at first. Like, I was like, fuck, why'd I bring all this shit? I'm not selling nothing. And then there's like a rush of people came, and, you know, within a few hours, I made some money, and the next day I made more. So overall, I'm happy. But when I came home, you know how we say, you know, we all bounce off each other and buy shit off each other. I was just picking up my pre-orders with Chris and Dom, you know, to save on some shipping. So I came back with just as much shit as I fucking left with. So, and then, you know, plus Eric and Ian bought some shit too. I was like, listen, guys, you're gonna have to put that shit on your lap or between your legs. Sorry, but it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, you always come with the intentions of cleaning house, but sometimes you just bring stuff home. But then when you start looking what you actually sold, you're like, oh shit, I sold a lot. You look at that wallet. That grip.
Dave, is it safe to say that was kind of like the first time that you had actually been selling some parts of your collection? Really?
Oh yeah, forever, I'm a hoarder. So. I got.
Well, how did that feel to do that? Did it feel liberating?
Not really. Like at first, like because I didn't come prepared, so a lot of that shit we don't talk about anymore. Like, you know, that G.I. Joe stuff, the 3/4, you know, 3-inch Star Wars stuff. So I didn't know what they were pricing. You know, the pricing was going for that stuff. So as people are picking it up, I'm trying to fucking Google it, and I'm like, oh fuck, like, you know, like eBay's not a good way to price things because some people overprice things to try to get, you know, that big fish to buy something, and then other people are more reasonable. Plus, you got to account the shipping.
All you really got to do is look for sold. Your sold completed items, and then you could get a roundabout figure.
I'll just say it was fascinating to watch. Aside from like selling stuff, I started to feel like Mrs. Energon / ROC wife, because I watched Dave go from I don't want to sell any of this stuff. I don't want to get rid of anything. I need all this stuff. I need it still. I need it. Do you know what I paid for that? And I was like, dude, that was like in 2004. When is the last time you looked at it? He's like, yeah, okay. And then as he sold stuff, he was like, fuck this shit. I don't want any of this stuff anymore. Get rid of all of it. Just sell it. I don't want to bring it back.
Once you break the seal.
At one point, I was like, I'm just going to let the door open in the car, like Dust said, and let this shit fly out the fucking window. Because I was just like, I don't want to bring it back home.
That's what I was saying about all that Power of the Force shit that I was selling. I was like, whatever I don't sell, I'm going to be fucking, there's going to be a trail of it behind me on the New Jersey Turnpike. That one goes. This one goes. Maybe I'll keep that one. That one's going.
But what's good now is I got kind of like a base of, you know, what I know I don't want anymore. So, you know, Gary said he'd offer to help me too. We're gonna probably toss all that shit up on eBay and maybe through some of the Facebook groups and just get rid of the rest of that shit.
I mean, if you priced to sell at the show and you really wanted the gun, the only thing that's going to be deterrent for a lot of people, because you know how cheap they are in the groups, is the shipping. People don't realize it's not cheap to ship anymore through fucking USPS, man. Even if you go their priority flat rate, it's expensive, man. It's expensive. I just sent that Kronos to Rob Milton. It was $15 to ship. $15 priority. You know, so It's not cheap anymore. So guys, relax with the fucking complaining about shipping prices.
I would think that Chronos would just fold up and into a
Dude, it's got all that die
there.
cast. It's got all that die cast.
Oh,
Dude, hey, let me tell you.
I thought all you had to do was like look at it, and then it would fall apart, and you could put it in a bubble.
See, a lot of people feel that way because they don't know what it is. It's a very good figure. It's die cast. It's got good quality joints on it.
Well, just to compare, I sent a box
sell
full.
it. You already got it. He already got it from you.
I sent a box full of foam, and it was $18
For a box full of foam.
To ship it USPS.
Wow.
So
it was probably a couple zones over, right, Daisy?
Utah.
Yeah.
And an interesting observation. I'll just say this. It was my second time going to the show. I've said this on a few of the other Breaking the Molds that I had watched ETR, and I'd hear Jose and Dust. I'd hear you talk about, hey, this is what we do there, and I didn't make the journey back when I lived up in New England, and so I saw a lot of the same people with the same stuff that was there back in August. But as far as ROC goes, we buy some random shit sometimes because there was stuff on people's tables that you just look at and you're just like, I'd love to know the story behind what was going on when you purchased that. I don't know, Mr. Potato Head, or JD. You had that very creative. What was it, Alice in Wonderland or Snow White?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. The BDSM Dorothy. I was okay. Interesting. Let's see where this goes.
That's why I enjoyed walking around because I'm the dude that pointed out, and be like, "What the fuck are you thinking with that fucking thing? What's going on over here?"
That's just like,
look what the fuck he got over here.
So.
Dust walks by my table. He's like, I see a lot of Realm of Regret here.
Yeah. And anyone who listens, knows that I tend to be that collector that chases more than the acquisition part of the hobby. So I was real lean. I had a couple things there. Jose and I actually did the same thing. We did a little swap in the ROC. But it was also fascinating just because, I'm in a sales oriented profession, and I watched if I could recruit Brian Brink and, KJ Sparkle from Edge Glass to my business, I think I'd probably increase my revenue by like 25%.
Oh, they were definitely selling it, man. They were definitely winning people over.
Their sales technique and Sunday Heat, I'd get him in there too. And I would I'd start breaking records because I watched people. It was just fascinating to sit back and observe the conversations, and there was genuine connections going on. I mean, it wasn't just trying to sell old crap. Just making conversations and seeing people appreciate stuff. It was fascinating to watch.
Yeah, dude, shout out to he's in the chat right now. Dude was hustling. He wasn't letting nobody leave his table without buying something. I saw somebody walking away from his table. He was like, yo, give me $5. Give me $5.
Quick little story. Me and Heat bounced to the bar to get a beer because we didn't get a chance to do it last time. So we're sitting there. And we're conversating and drinking a beer and blah blah. His phone just kept going off, and I'm like, "Oh, she's checking on." He goes, "Nah, I'm selling. And he's like, "All right, take it for $5, 15. No, not that one. Give him the other one." He's like, "I'll be right back." Went back in there, came back out, but man, everybody was just. It was so cool to sit back and just watch everybody making money, man.
Gary, I'll take my turn here. But it's funny that you mentioned. You're like, dude, I'd like Brink on my sales team. So, my first real job besides cleaning golf balls was working at Circuit City, right? As a salesman. And when I graduated from college, my manager at Circuit City, he's like, you're off for a month. I'm like, what? He's like, I want you to go out there and get a job related to your degree. Otherwise, you are going to stay here. And he's like, I want you to go, go do what you were meant to do. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, Brian, you would engage people in like a 15-minute conversation, and I literally watched you say, hey, you talk and talk. Hey, do you collect this? Do you need these? Oh, yeah, how about $3? Great. And you keep talking. Yeah. And then it'd be like, hey, what about this? Could you use these things? Yeah, how about $4? And then before I know it, 20 minutes goes by, you just collected $40, and you sold I don't even know what you sold. It was just like stuff. I was like, how did he just do that?
Yeah, I saw Brian sell a Realm shirt to a dude that didn't even know he wanted one. Yeah.
Everybody wants a Realm shirt. But
it's funny. I mean, you
Not
got
everybody.
people coming to this show. They want to get toys, but they go there and they think they're going there to shop, like they're going like to Target or something. But it's so much more than that. You are in, the realm, so to speak, of collectors, people like you, right? I mean, there's people that are vendors there that are there for selling, but I mean, dude, we're all there because we like the same thing, so it's very engaging. And it's like Chuck, Dust, you had mentioned what Chuck said about what we bring to the thing. He's like an NJCC is such a good time, and I'm like, you ever go to a party and you dread going to a party, but would you ever dread going to a party if you knew more than half the people there and actually say that they're your friends as well? I mean, it's
that's
awesome.
a great analogy.
And speaking of Chuck, Chuck gets there, does his shopping, sits down next to Gorton Bricks, and drinks about 2 liters of great purple drink. That dude was ripped. I was so worried about him. Like, yo, we got to make sure Chuck sobers up. And then we lost Chuck. Where did he go? Did he leave? Is he upstairs sleeping? What's going on? It was to the point where I'm like, Chuck, just come to the room, sleep on the floor, tonight. Crash by me. But he sobered up and went home, man. He's a trooper, man.
Yeah, he is. And he's coming all the way from CT, so
he had a long ride, man.
Yeah, just like Jason L and the guys coming from down south.
Yeah. Don't even get on that. That was a 13-hour drive for those guys with the weather.
Terrible. They braved it through. But that shows you. Look, they were willing to go through all that shit just to come and hang out. And that's a testament to the kind of event that it is. It's not about the toys, really. Like they're going there because we're there and we know we're gonna have a good time. It's the camaraderie. It's not.
They could have easily just turned around after 5 hours in and be like, this ain't happening.
And boy, am I glad they didn't, because those guys that came from far away, they accounted for 25% of my sales.
I'm telling you, man. All we were doing was swapping shit. I mean, I bought some stuff from everybody. It's like I sold a couple of things, not to you guys, but it's just so funny to see the stuff was going off of one table, but then you see someone walking past with you that was in the group with it to their table.
I just want to wrap up a couple things too when it comes to the selection that we bring. So at TFCon and when Plan Steel Express and Ages 3 and Up put up their pre-orders for those MMC exclusives, I know that they bring a lot of attention to the table. So I bought up as many as I could. I ended up hooking up like half of my stock to people in the realm before the show started, but there were people there like, oh my god, they were standing across the aisle. They wouldn't talk to me. They were pointing at it, talking to their friend. That thing in the purple box, it's the orange tarn, kind of thing. It's like, dude, come up. He's like, but anyway, that was good. Like Chris was selling his Phoenix because he needed doll money, and I was like, save it for NJCC. He's like, I need doll money, and I'm like, I'll buy it from you just so that I can bring it to NJCC, because I know that someone's going to come in and want it. And there's a guy there. He's like, I'm working on my Masterpiece collection. I was going down the Hot Toys route. I'm going Masterpiece now. And he's like, I need that Phoenix. And then we started talking about his Hot Toys stuff. And, the guy's got a box. He's got a Bespin Luke that he bought, never took it out of the BBTS shipping box. And I said, are you getting out of it though? He's like, yeah, I just wasn't. I thought I wanted it, but I didn't want to. And I was like, well, there's a big dude right down the aisle from me. He's like, go talk to him, kind of thing. And, to me, it was just bring stuff to that show that people don't get to see very often. It's kind of like what Hung does with 215, right? He brings stuff. He lets people play with it. People see pictures of third party, but they don't have the ability to pull the trigger sometimes or even see what it's about. And I like being able to do that for people.
And what's funny is like when I first started going to that show, there was no guys like that. We were the only guys that were like that. And to see now that these guys are coming in there and buying that stuff and looking for that stuff. And I know the guys that you're talking about, there was like a group of 3 or 4 of them. Yep. One had like a long gray jacket on with the wool hat.
Yep.
And they were looking at it for a while, and then he finally came up and they were buying it, and that's that. Yeah, man, that's an awesome figure. I don't like the fucking thing. I think it's a piece of shit. I'm just trying to fucking amp sales wherever I could. At that point, I finished selling everything except for poor Sun Surge. So other than rock merchandise, I really didn't have to man a table other than, making sure that, if anybody wanted any merch. I'm trying to play ringmaster, go around, trying to amp people up, get people moving, get people going, and yeah, that's great. Buy that. That's a great deal. Trying to be that carnival barker guy, you know?
Yeah. How was your day, Dom? How'd the weekend go for you? I was next to you, so I know you're wheeling the deal. Everybody kept asking, how much is this? How much is this? They thought all your shit was my shit because they couldn't see you while you were sitting down. Man.
Hey,
Dom. Sorry. I had to take my opening.
I built a wall.
Dom built like a little window.
Yeah.
He had this big wall of figures, and he had like this little window where he was sitting down so he could just sit down. Like, yeah, what's up?
No, it was really good. It was different. Like, you know, I've been in shows there before selling, and it like, you know, that 8 o'clock, between like that 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock hour, it's packed. It's packed.
Tom, I don't want to cut you off here, but this I don't know if a lot of people know, especially knowing that you were selling there back when we first started going there.
Yes.
So you have been you have a lot.
Jay Bruce bought some stuff for me back in the day, and you know, and I was there since I've been going there since like I think it was like 2008. 2009.
Yeah, so you even go further back then.
Yeah.
So was I correct with the GI Joe community being
there? It was a big GI Joe. Like the whole hallway was GI Joes. There was just Hess tanks. They used to have even exclusives. Like they used to have Hess, like the Hess tanks. I don't know.
The gas company?
Tanks, yeah, whatever. No, I don't know. I'm not a GI Joe fan. So
Hess Cobra.
Hess, whatever. But the fucking they used to have like GI Joe exclusives that fan would give as giveaways that would go for ridiculous amounts of money because they're just a GI Joe community just didn't have a lot to go for when in retail stores and stuff like that. So it was really nice, like, you know. And the thing is that like previous years, it's just that 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock hours. It's just it used to be packed, elbow to elbow. There was a lot of people in the aisles. This show was different. Like it was just. Not as packed it was, but people brought their money. People really came out. It was little dips and dabs.
It was a slow roll. We have that in retail too. Like my store doesn't seem like it's busy, right? I'm like, man, it's fucking slow today. But then when you go upstairs and you go on the computer, you check sales that's going on, and you're like, wow, they're hitting us. They're hitting us a little bit. You're like, wow, they got us, but it didn't seem like they were hitting us.
And like Dave said it too. It was like it was concerning after like at first, but then all of a sudden, like, you know, as the day went by, like through, it's like you know, just every little hour you get like 3 or 4 sales, and you're like, it was just dips and dabs, and it just added up at the end of the day. So I really did good. I did like, you know, pretty much it was like half of what I would do at TF Con. So it was a really good show. Good show.
Yeah. Now, do you think like the 2-day event is kind of like?
That's the thing. Like that. When you extend it to a 2-day event, you really need to do a little bit more to keep those people interested in the show. So whether they have voice actors or special guests or stuff like that, or I know Fran did a customizing class this time, so like he started introducing that, which is great. I know a lot of people are into that customizing figures or you know, play sets and stuff like that. So I think with.
Did we lose him?
Oh,
I
thought it was me.
We now interrupt this program for a message from the emergency broadcasting system. It started to snow here in New Jersey, motherfucker. And we lost Dom.
That's funny. He did bring up a point though about the 2-day show and about having to keep people interested. I noticed that we didn't really have any artists at the show this time, and
there wasn't. There was no.
You know, Andrew Griffith has come before, and Dan Canna. You know, guys that have done Transformers books for IDW in the past.
Yeah.
You know, they were coming.
There was one. I saw this one guy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Except they shoved them off in some back alley room somewhere.
Oh, see, really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
oh, come on, guys.
I don't know.
Our friend was there selling his art.
Yeah, but
who's that? We just want you to say it, Brian. Just fucking say it. Stop hitting.
Bobby was there.
Yeah,
hanging out.
That was a really bad room they put him in.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was requested. I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but that was a real fucking shit show over there.
We kept going in there to try to make him feel better. I was like, oh, it's nice and cool in here. He was like, uh-huh. Yeah.
Mhm.
He would look at me and be like, "Okay, Dave." Like,
Dude, I brought him some water.
I don't know if that was because it was like a last minute or it was just late. I hope we didn't take all the tables, but
Yeah. I mean, I walked in
we
there.
would have definitely cleared some spots for those guys, man. We could have
for sure. Yeah.
Could
I mean, I walked in there. I was like, "Oh, you guys got the private suite," and then they were all like, "Man, I like how when everybody comes back here, they just try to brighten the situation."
Well, actually, when we hit up Fran for the tables, it was he asked us if we wanted to do something like that, if we wanted like one of those little rooms. And the only thing that I thought would be cool with those little rooms is if we did like a live broadcast or something.
Mm-hmm.
We have a little room. People could come in that room and see us doing a live broadcast or some shit like that. But for selling, I didn't think that was.
Dude.
I'd rather have that lobby, man.
Yeah, that lobby is great.
That lobby is awesome.
I tell you what, though, when Chris hit us up, he's like, "We've got 13 tables." I was like, "Oh, damn."
Then he sent us the floor plan.
Yeah, but it's like before that, like I was like, "That's really ambitious." Are we gonna be able to get these? And sure enough, we came. And we
kicked ass. Is Dom back? Dom, I can't tell if that Dom's animated or. Great, Dom. We were all just like we were sitting at the edge of our seats waiting for on your every last word there. Do you remember where you're at? Because we don't.
No. I think the evolution of that show really changed from a G.I. Joe show to more of a 80s, bringing a lot of other toys into it. And I think with the ROC being introduced, you got like the third party, more higher collector, stuff on the floor, which introduces just a whole new realm of collectors. I think we're doing like I think us going there, and I remember that first time like we got a couple tables in the hallway at short notice, and it was all our first times that we were behind the table, and everybody was experiencing it. It was have a good time, and we just evolved from that and took it to a next step. And Chris had this idea, and he brought, he got 13 tables, and it was like same with Brian. Like, man, we're gonna fill 13 tables. How the hell is that gonna happen?
Yeah. See, one thing with Pinkerton is he has that promoting.
Under
his belt from the old wrestling days. So if he comes up with something, man, you trust him and you let him run
it happen.
They'll make it happen.
He's a natural born hustler, is what I call him.
Yeah.
He just has that in him.
And he brought that big background, that backdrop, and it just we just had a great presence, and just everybody was like, oh, ROC, what's ROC?
What are you guys? What are you doing? I saw you here the last time. Wow, what's going on with this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and thanks for Fran giving us that opportunity.
Yeah.
Let's just say, Fran, thank you. If he watches or if he hears it, he really does a great job, and
he does.
Really knows that we've been making a bigger presence every time the show is there. Puts up with some of the stuff of just us basically loitering in the hallways and hanging out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. We are bringing in mission. We are bringing people, in there. We are promoting it. We are bringing people from other areas in there. So. We're trying to help promote, and my admission is comp because we have a table, but I still go up there and give them money just because I want to keep supporting, and get some tickets and whatever. But,
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I know, I just want to give you the 20 anyway. He's like, take tickets. I'm just like, And we gave him a shirt this time around, so he's got a little round shirt.
Nice.
At least we could do, man. So. We're just going to trying to promote it, make it bigger. We just need to make it bigger.
Yeah. I just have a quick funny story because it was me and Jose. We were just standing next to each other. All of a sudden, someone was going down into one of his bins, and he starts moving the bin, and he notices a figure underneath the desk, underneath the table, and he pulls out this figure. And it's the Megatron. The what was it? The
Infinite Transformation.
Infinite Transformation. Megatron. And this kid was looking for just that, and he pulls it out of the table, underneath the table. He's like, "So how much is this?" And Jose's like, "Oh no, it's not for sale."
You could have said 200.
And I'm like,
250.
And I gave him a high five. Like, dude, way to go to underneath the table and find the good stuff. I'm like, that's classy, dude. That's great.
The funny thing was that maybe about 20 minutes later, he rolled back around the table. He's like, "You're killing me, man. You're killing me."
Oh, man. It's good stuff like that. stuff like that is always fun and just enjoyment.
Yeah, it's always good times. It's always good times. JD, how did your weekend go? I want to thank you because we got to welcome a new member into the family this weekend.
Yes, we did.
It was awesome.
Right?
That was very
She was freaking awesome, man. Awesome, man. Yeah. She was selling. She was getting down. You know, like just like one of the guys. You know what I'm saying?
Not once did you look over at her and she had that look of why am I
she
here?
was smiling. Yeah,
no, sometimes you bring a girl somewhere and she's like, "Fuck, what am I doing here?" Looking at the door. Not one time. She wanted to do more and be there more. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I told JD she brought this energy with her. Like, you know, it was just like emanating off her, like smiling at us, and just even though we might have been miserable because we weren't selling things or people were trying to fucking, you know, get shit for cheap, she would smile and just make everything better. And like,
I know her. She and KJ hit it off too, so it was nice to have, Lives of the Realm to say, you know what I mean? You know, so.
And then thank you for her going out and getting us lunch on that Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well deserved, and thank you very much.
Yeah. So tell us how the weekend was, bro. I know you seemed like you had a good one.
You know, thanks to her help and all you guys really. But I made out pretty well. I did have a box that got stolen, but it was like as soon as I got there, there were a bunch of resellers standing around me, and they were doing their thing, keeping me distracted.
They flim-flammed you.
Yep, and they rolled out with a,
you know what? If you remember what they look like, we go to the next show. They're not going to be fucking feeling too well.
I remember.
I know what they look like. We'll have some talks.
Yep, and we'll have to keep a better eye out for ourselves too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't know that. Usually, if something like that happens at a tattoo convention, usually the whoever's holding the convention, that they're held responsible for it. But I there's nothing really I can do about it. You know, there's nothing that Fran can do about it. Yeah. Other than just like letting him know or whatever. But whatever, I still had a blast. Both of us still had a hell of a time hanging out with everybody and. You know, of course, I'm seeing everybody again for like the second time or whatever, meeting a few new people, and
it's still kind of new for you too, you know.
But hey, it's still like we see each other every day.
Yeah,
you know.
Yep.
Like, and that's what I love about this. It's just
a different way.
Yeah, it's just everybody already knows each other, and it's just like we picked up, you know. Like we left off yesterday.
Yeah, it was like it was just like no big deal. It's like I felt like it was like the last time we all got together. Like it was just the other day. It was last week. You know. Just, hey, what's up, dude?
JD, I think that's a really cool point because my wife just kind of made an observation because look, we had the Toy Con in New Jersey. Yeah, what was that? I think like November, right? And Dusty invited us to your place, and people have gotten together in other ways. And so, we're kind of prepping and stuff and looking forward to the weekend. She's like, "Oh, you seem much calmer. You're not like nervous." And so it's because I know these guys. I talk to them like more than I talk to you.
Gary, I'm going to be honest with you. You probably know more about me than some of my family members, man.
Yeah. Right?
That's the fucking honest truth. And I've only known you for what? A little over a year?
Less than a year. Yeah, not even a year. Yeah. It was like, and, and I know for people listening who haven't gone, it's like, these 2 days in a row, they're talking about this thing in New Jersey. I've made the joke. I spent more time in New Jersey in the last year than I ever thought I would in my life. But the show is like, it's so secondary, and like watching people come in and spend their first, 30, 45 minutes just kind of saying hello and shaking hands and doing hugs and stuff. And then kind of realizing, oh yeah, I should probably take a walk around and just look a little bit. It was just, it clearly was more just a location to get together for that.
I can honestly say probably I didn't walk the whole room this time. I didn't walk the whole room.
Me neither. Me neither. Like, I maybe did it once, and I really just walked just to to get some air and get out beyond the table.
Fresh air. Don't put a price tag on fresh air.
The thing was, I walked around once on Saturday to be like, all right, if I have stuff on my table that doesn't move, I think these people will buy it from me. And so at the end of the day on Sunday, I was bringing like some vintage Star Wars stuff I still had out. I went to some guy's table. It's like, make me an offer. He's like, what? I was like, I'm not taking it home. Make me an offer.
I mean, there's one thing that I miss from like now that we're selling and we have tables at the show is like everybody's got to be at their table. They got to man their table. Everybody's that one-on-one. I like to go and have one-on-one time with people. You know what I mean? And it's hard to get that one-on-one now that we're all dealing with other shit. So whenever I get someone to sneak away with me and just chill and talk a little bit, it was even more special for me.
Yeah, you know? Dusty, you're doing a good job holding court at the bar.
That's it, man. Shout out to Bar Gang, man. The Bar Gang is great, man. That was my office. Oh, you want to discuss business? Let's go to my office. You know, I had a running tab for the past days.
Dusty made a good point because, like you know, I know Jay Ruse, you know, from cons and stuff. We don't talk every day, but being that we shared a table,
you're so close.
Yeah, this time around, like we connected, like we have like so much more in common than we thought. You know what I mean? And it was cool. And we also were each other's like backup. Like, oh, you need to go take a piss? Go ahead, I got you. Yep. He'd come back, I'd have a stack of money for him. Here, you sold this.
Anybody be like, yo, I'm gonna bounce for a couple of minutes. All right, I got this. I'll watch you.
Yeah. I made a sale for Brink. I think somebody else made a sale for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We all look out for each other, you know, and that's, you know, what it's all about.
I had a really good time Sunday at the bar with Lowry and the gang. Yeah, we had lunch together and we chill. We had a couple of drinks and just chilling and talking, man. It's like you talk to them a lot, but actually to sit down and talk, and we weren't talking about toys. We were talking about other shit, you know. Yeah. It's a really good time.
And
sorry, Dave.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, that's awesome because, I mean, that's how I got to know you guys better for sure before you invited me on to be on the shows and stuff. So, you know.
Well, there's something to be said, like when we hook up in person, like we do this every week. We're on the video hangouts. It does feel like we're in each other's living rooms and you know, and we're all in the chat on Messenger, Facebook, whatever. But when we're together, it's like I said, we're talking about life, you know, it's not about the toys, it's the camaraderie. And that's the true allure of what these like events are all about. Gary, I wanted to ask you, like, I know you had some stuff like on the table. Were you really trying to sell or were you just kind of like?
I really wasn't. Cause I don't have that much stuff, you know, I don't have a surplus as far as collection goes. That's like not on display. So I had a few things. But it worked out great because Chris's son, Mason, was there. He actually sold the two things that I sold there. He sold for me. Oh, so I wasn't even over there. I was on
the Frosted Flakes was holding it down, man.
He was, yeah. So I let him pretty much, you know, work my space. But it was cool. I got to meet Barry. You know, he was at the table for the one day and then next to me the next day. And we had some interest. Same thing, not about toys. We talked about, you know, diets and gym life and the ROC challenge.
I was like, Barry, you just talked to my man Gary over there.
And I was like, dude, yeah.
You can compare body fat percentages and shit. You know? Not big sizes of toys, body fat percentages.
Nah, they were comparing six packs.
Yeah, so was I at the bar.
That's awesome.
But it's funny that you say that though, Dust, about kind of just getting to have some nice one-on-one conversations because like there's a one-on-one super cheesy. But even in that last show in August, and like I'm you know, it was too bad that Steele, you know, Brian couldn't come just because of the weather and stuff with the house and whatnot. Totally understandable. But yeah, I got to have lunch with the two of you guys kind of off, you know, the first show I went to. And that was not too long after watching the first two guys from Jersey, you know, type of thing. So I don't know. There's a lot of cool, you know, moments that you can kind of get in spite of all the hustle and bustle and the activity that's going on there.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend for us. My younger sister had the baby on Friday.
Yeah.
You know, my little niece, Victoria Grace, you know, she was all the way out Long Island and the storm was coming and then his power was out in the furnace. So it's been a crazy weekend, man. Very crazy weekend.
Wow. All right. Well, we're going to do something that's a little bit out of the norm here on Breaking the Mold. And, you know, between me and Dust and a few others, you know, we took some pictures and I don't even think we got as many as we normally get. I think that's just a testament to you know, how busy
we're slacking, man. We're slacking.
We're slacking. I was
going through my phone. I'm like, there's not enough video to make a video.
I think it's you know, it just says how much fun that we had. We were busy having fun, hanging out.
Exactly, man.
You know, so you could see these photos on Instagram, on Facebook and stuff, but we're going to share some of the photos with you and then probably share some stories from what we see out of these. So, Brian Brink, you ready?
I'm ready. Highlight me, Dust.
Oh.
I did. You highlighted, buddy.
All right, so here we are. Just wanted to mention too that Boss Fight Studio is there. People were asking. They got some pretty interesting Bucky O'Hare figures and their Vitruvian Hack stuff, and very, very cool. And we move on. There's the well, you know, I don't have to narrate here, but there is the Realm merchandise table.
Yeah, I tried to put these pics in order as I saw them and stuff like that. So this was like kind of like when you know, you guys were setting up early. You know, it looks like people were starting to come in and start to buy there, but that's the Realm table.
Yeah, my table's a mess. Look at that.
And that's that big backdrop that we had that basically just covered the whole square.
Yep. And we had some stuff out there describing. We have our website where you can find us, our shows, the Realm-based shows, and then, of course, the Cool Table Network. We wanted to make sure that people were aware of that as well at our show.
Shout out to Glue Sticks.
That's right, Gary. I cut out everything Friday night when I got to the hotel, and Gary shows up. He's like, "What can I do?" I was like, "I got something for you."
Yeah, be careful what you offer.
Yeah, I loved how you highlighted the Cool Table stuff, you know, there, but also like friends of the show like Retro Now and TKO, Black Hat and Shout, like in those guys, DMH, you know, pretty awesome, man. You know.
Yep. And then we had a slideshow running too on this monitor. For a little while until what happened, Dust?
I think he stepped away. He took a piss break.
No, he's making the sound. He's making the sound effects.
We had this battery pack that had a generator in it, and it had a fan to cool it off. Yeah. And I guess the fan was catching some shit in there, and it started making a noise. Now you could barely hear it, but it bothered Brian enough where he had to keep shutting it down. He's like, "It's driving me nuts."
See, that was the downside to being on the island, kind of like in the middle of the room, is that we didn't have access to outlets.
No power. Yeah, and shout out to Brian and Gary for putting those signs together. You know, in the morning, because I couldn't even think. To get that going. Shout out to Glue Sticks.
Here we are. Things are starting to come together here. All right.
This is early.
It's me at my table doing some Post-its. And there's our merch again. Yeah, we had some Cody prints.
Cody art.
Word up. Shout out to Cody.
Didn't sell any, Cody. I'm sorry.
We had our shot glasses and our beer mugs, and stickers were flying everywhere.
See those new round stickers we got, man? Those things are hot.
Freaking awesome. Fucking awesome.
Man, I can't wait for the cease and desist for the Round logo.
And then Chris had his crash box table set up.
Dude, his shit is getting insane.
Those
bottles were $1.50 a piece, man. Look how real they look.
These replica
they look so real. Yep. Look at the scale, 1:1 scale.
Yep. And then we had Etch Box as well. You see this Game Boy glass? I'm drinking out of it right now.
I don't think I have video of her table.
I have the Cobra one and that Cobra one, the mug.
Yep.
And
I got Thundercats here.
Well, we hired her to do the ROC mugs, so she's the official
So
source for our etch source for our glassware at the ROC.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a Kronos on Jay Roos's table.
Yeah. Look at this wall. Oh, look, Masterpiece Fedor. I didn't see that there. There's Kronos. All kinds. Look, there's that Huff that changed through the realm many times.
He bought that, right?
Look how incredible though, like all those figures look like on that table, and that's just a fraction of that island.
Not one movie fucking figure from fucking 5 years ago, like those other tables. Not, you know what I mean? Well, there is.
There's a movie figure,
but not from 5 years ago. You know? They were trying to sell Dark of the Moon for like $35 a piece.
There I am.
Look at the Slimalizer, Brian.
Look at you, man. Brian, you guys got me worried, man. I know I gained a lot of weight. I'm like, man, I gotta fucking get my game going.
That's right, man.
Try to do my best for fucking TFCon.
Good slim and trim there, bro.
All right.
Good.
And then we got
Never see me coming.
Barry, Jose, Ian, Dom setting up still. EE Prime.
Back.
He's studying to
out.
see how it's done.
Checking out my ass.
He's like, how the fuck does that ass fit on that seat?
I know you love me.
This looks
Crazy eyed Chuck.
Yeah.
I think this is what
Purple drink.
We were
Purple
shutting down,
drink.
we were shutting down on Saturday.
Yeah, this is shutting down on
That
Saturday.
cup I'm holding has some purple drink in it. It does. It does.
The killer thing was Bricks brought like 6 2-liters of purple drink with no cups.
Oh, so it's,
No
cups.
look at this. Did he?
All right,
Did he
everyone
do
in the
it?
chat.
Everybody's got a
Did he
drink.
do
Everybody
it?
lift your glasses.
Raise your glasses in the chat.
That's how nervous Gary looks right now. Look how nervous he is. Wow.
All for the show.
Yep.
Did he? Did he not? No, look what he wound up getting.
Oh.
That was
And the string was broken.
Gary, you bought that? Did I do that?
You're right. Exactly.
Did I buy that?
Family matters.
Hey,
It's a grail.
Yeah,
It's a grail item. Found it in New Jersey.
speaking of grill items, look what it is. They should give that.
Look what we found on the table.
I think it was funny.
He's
It was-
small enough to fit on the table.
It was at a point where the convention was really dying down a little bit. He walked in. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, Asian Kid Matt is in the building.
Oh man, it was good to see him and catch up though. Like it was really really good. I'm glad that he's doing really well.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. He's got a new focus. He's got a new life going here, man. So it's good for him.
It's Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby Starscream. man.
Bobby Starscream.
Star Wars Elite on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
That dude's got a killer clone army going there. 3 3/4 clone army. Insane. Star Wars _Elite.
Hey, we got Matt, Dave, and Jose here. We're gonna see a lot of Jose here, everybody. Just and Sunday Heat.
Heat, baby.
Chat Squad, baby.
Is Rock Fox dog tag on?
He brings such good energy too. He such a good dude.
I love seeing him. Love being able
his
to
whole
chat it up
family
with him
is
for a
so
bit.
funny, man.
You know.
Yeah.
And they like to laugh at my jokes. So.
And Dust, Tattoo Devil, and Bricks here.
And some grape drink.
He has some purple drink in there too.
Yeah, the purple drink was in full force.
Being J Ruse.
Of course, Cyrus has got to wear a different shirt every time.
Exactly. And the always the old school obscure ones too.
Yep.
The ones anybody's
I
rocking.
got to pull back that old IG fucking pic I made. Put it up.
A little 3-way action.
We had something weird going on.
That's a JD sandwich.
Whatever. It's all love, baby. It's all love. It's all love.
It's right in front of me, and I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Somebody's like,
Look at Gary checking out
Gary's like, what the
Dave's
fuck's
ass.
going on over there?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, shit.
What is this?
It's even better.
Dave got desperate. He was
Fucking
looking
Dave
at some-
skiing. He's got his skiing poles. He's ready to go.
He wasn't selling a lot at that point, so he just started trying to do some favors for everybody.
No, that cup is full of that purple shit. That's what happens. When you drink that purple shit.
It's full of something, I'm sure.
Yo, that purple shit creeps up on you, man.
Oh, that purple drink. You know,
Shout out to wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
What's Chuck doing here? Is that the PC principal? What's going on there?
And that's the
Molly Shannon?
That's the fair warning to beware of your surroundings all the time.
while Dave's got his hand down there, his thumbs are rotating around the nip area. Multi-stimulation going on. Shout out to Crazy Chuck. Who invited that dude, by the way?
Got Jose Chin and Dom.
Chilling.
And no JD.
Yep.
Man, this is just talking about this is just fucking making me smile, man.
Yep. Look, Realm in the back. Realm in the back. Jose, you sell this Justice League set?
No.
Oh,
Next time, I guess. Hopefully.
Oh, Matt picked up his shirt. Nice.
Oh, my son, my little son.
Oh, it's
Purple drink.
Oh man, this is great.
Riddler circle.
Riddler circle.
Guy bending over.
Guy bending over.
Guy bending over.
He's got no ass. He's got no ass at all.
I mean, Chuck's like, ugh.
Look at Chuck. Chuck is a purple drink.
No, I think that's more the purple drink. That's just Chuck.
Sobering up sucks.
And we had Tyler L stop through. It's good to see him.
The trader.
Yep.
Yep.
Trader.
Shout out to Toy Detox.
So yeah, shout out to Toy Detox. Look at Frosted Flakes in there. Pinkerton, Big Dom.
This
There
is
goes Mike in the background. Oh,
Army Mike. This is the guy we met 2 years ago wearing a neck brace and crutches.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Shout
Oh
out to
shit,
him.
that's that dude.
That's
Yeah.
He's been coming to every show, and every show that we saw, like since we met him, he got better and better, and he's walking around. He's good.
That's awesome,
bro.
And the cool thing too is like he came to the show. He didn't have much. He wasn't looking to buy. He just came to come and talk to us.
Yeah.
You know? That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to the time when you put on the guilt and made me give you Ultra Magnus really cheap.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything that you've done, bro.
Dude, neck brace and crutches. You know.
I pretty much take it. Just fucking take it.
And we've got some guys from TKO here. We got Chris, and he's the one who posted in the Realm group. Was it yesterday? That backdrop of the comic for Cake Wave, All Are Dead.
Oh my god,
that was
incredible.
Yeah. I was like, man, I just sold my Quake Wave at fucking NJCC, man. That would have been something perfect for my fucking random shelf.
Dude, I think I'm gonna hit him up for one of those because that just looks too good to pass up.
Yeah, and then this is internet personality Justin L behind him.
Dumpster J.
Yeah.
Dumpster J.
To the TKO crew in the house.
Yeah, man. Our gang.
Shout out to the loose cannon.
Shout out to the loose cannon.
Jason Lowry put in the chat, make a wish.
I'm sure we'll get to that one.
But that was us live at the office.
Saw that pic.
Those guys are brutal, man. Dust is Sunday Heat.
Yeah, we're discussing our new detective show, Heat and Dust. It's going to be set in the 70s. It's going to be on ABC on Wednesday nights. Dude,
that would be great.
Yeah. Lieutenant Dust and Captain Heat.
All right. And here's Bricks and Fried Fish Halibut here.
Yeah. He came through too. Awesome conversation with that dude.
Yeah, I had a really good talk with him at the office.
Yeah, I got that there too. That was cool.
Yeah, we really good time. And he responded to the photos that we posted on Instagram. He said he had a great time, really loved it. You know, that's why he keeps coming back to the shows too. You know,
some more realm going on back here.
Yeah, I went to lunch with him.
Yeah,
He's a cool dude.
He was
Really
good.
cool dude.
It was lunch, aka the back of your car. Sorry, the beers are kicking in. It took a while, but
And for everybody listening, a little puff pass, no hanky panky. All right,
Yeah, this is again
squad right here. This is a nice pick.
Yeah, closing down here on Saturday. Miss Heat here in the background.
Purple track.
Purple
Look at this dude on the left. Like, what the fuck are these
He's like,
guys
what
doing?
So
I don't got no drink.
I've seen this guy at so many conventions. I think he was actually at TFCon last
he
year.
was.
Yeah,
He was. Yeah, he was.
I got the chance to talk with
Who's
him.
he affiliated with, Dom? Do you know?
No, I think he's just a
regular
collaborative of
Okay.
most of his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. He's cool, real cool. He's noticed us coming to all these shows and stuff.
How
I think
can you
he
not
enjoys
notice
what we
us,
do.
bro?
He enjoys what we do.
Oh, we must be waiting for the raffle drawing.
Hey, man, speaking of raffle drawings, there was quite a few Realmers that won, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, won it and flipped it within seconds.
Fire sale.
Here we have Justin T2RX6 was here from SCU.
Congrats, Justin.
Yeah, congrats. He's got another one coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, nice.
But congrats.
Let's see here. The BTM crew.
Minus Jordan. Jordan, sorry, man. Sorry, but You know.
JD, what are you looking at?
Yo, he had to. Jordan had to work.
It was on purpose.
Oh, you were setting it up.
I can't ever be serious.
He's got the look, man. He's got the look. Jordan couldn't make the show this weekend. He had some work to do. Check it out. Look at this next. I think Dust was feeling a little left out. So
I wasn't allowed to be tonight. I was like, let me get in there with you guys. You were like, nah, it's okay, it's good.
That's what I saw.
There we go.
Laughed my ass off. And hey,
Jordan, when we get 10 pictures in, you could be on.
Jose, did you do this?
Yeah, I did.
Pretty damn good,
you did
man.
that one? I thought for sure that was.
I was like, Jordan, I'm not quite on your level with Photoshop, but I tried, brother. I tried.
JD's like, what's? There was this ghost from somewhere.
Not bad.
That worked out perfect too.
Yeah.
Look
at the Zero looks like Foghorn Leghorn with that. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, boy.
Shout out to
you here tonight,
Feel better, brother.
I feel better, man.
What's this? B-Dub.
We went to. Why would we go to B-Dubs?
There goes Gort and Bricks.
There's Gort. Yep.
Yo, Bobby was trashing the fuck out of B-Dubs on SU.
He was.
Maybe I'll go for it here. How was that sandwich? It was pretty damn good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's after all those drinks, though. Probably everything.
Yeah, that was after like a liter of wine.
Here we are here. This is not photoshopped in. Bobby did put his mask on.
He did put his mask on.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, what a good time, man. We had a great time.
There's Frosted Flakes here.
Yeah, Frosted Flakes, EE Prime, the Riddler Circle. There goes G Money. There goes New York Mike. He came through.
Mike. Yep.
Shout out to Brian hitting on the waitress.
And John Addict. I liked somebody's comment, like on the other photo, the other shot that we got, where he's like, "Oh, now I know why Bobby's so salty." There we go.
Hey, and then like I'm trying to eat, and every time I look over, it does take a picture of me.
Hey, I was trying. I had to remember that this is what we need to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, beer number 75 of the day.
Yeah, that wrapped up day one.
Oh, shout out to Joe.
Shout out to this is a story right now.
Oh my God.
Can I tell you right now, Mr. Bobby Skullface could spark up a conversation with anybody and get them to put everything on the table. And then 3 minutes to 15 minutes later, have a fucking geek discussion and argument.
And he was ignoring him for like 10 minutes. Like he was just shouting him out. I know I'm going to get you. I know you're going to look over here.
And the next they're talking Star Wars.
Yeah, so it
was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
It's funny. I'm sure Bobby will talk more about this on like Nerd Rage and SCU. But that guy Joe is sitting over here on his iPad, and Bobby has already engaged with him. And then Dust is like, "Let's get a picture." And Bobby's like, "Hey Joe, just don't judge me just yet, but I'm about to do something that's really weird." He whips his mask out of his pocket.
And then took the mask off and continued with conversation.
That's right. Just like,
we closed the bar, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Art.
Yeah.
The bartender.
Shout out to Art.
Yeah. I don't even remember going up and getting that 12-pack, by the
way. and shout out to Bald Best Friends. Bobby should know what that means. He said that, and I bet your best friend is bald.
All right, here we are on Sunday.
He was killing it.
Here we are on Sunday. I know it's Sunday because I have my Realm shirt with the yellow logo on. And looks like we're getting set up or we're packing up. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we're packing. Wow, do you see that line of gray hair coming out the side of my hat? Holy shit. Wow, it's over, boys.
What's G Money doing? Is he like on a walkie-talkie? Shh.
He probably stuck his hand under his armpit and saying, "Is that me?" It's sticking right now.
Oh my God!
So shout out to the bar gang, man. Office was... Yeah, that was a good one. That was good. He was raising his hand if he's sure.
Yeah. Dude, I was checking my own pits all day Saturday.
Oh, I know. I was thinking it.
I didn't get the shower on Saturday, Sunday, and I was really self-conscious, and I my ass was really stinking, man. I was just like, it's gotta be me. I smell ass. It's gotta be me.
All right, here we are back at the office. I like how Ian just got his little head.
Hey guys,
look at Tyler.
And that's Tyler.
Freshly shaved.
Shout out to
shaved. He shaved his head to make a joke in the Legions group, and it went really bad. And now it's not growing back.
And here we have Jason L. and Bethany. Oh man!
Shout out for them,
awesome.
man. Glad
Shout
they
out
made
to
it
them.
up.
We had a good lunch, man. It was really cool to talk to those, especially after they made 13 hours to get there.
Yep. They're horrible commute, and you know what? A personal thank you I want to say to them. They supported my table, throughout the weekend. They
support everything we do,
words.
Man. Everything we do. We could have put shit in a box and put an ROC sticker on it for $10. All right, I'll buy it.
And Jason, Bethany, his brother Joe, great people.
Yeah, that might be him right there.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe's over there.
They picked up my lunch tab, and like we were all talking. Everybody was at the bar, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy everybody around. So everybody's like, all right, sure. It's like Stella, fucking Riddle of Circles drinking a Stella, a couple of Guinnesses, a couple of Yinglings. He's like, I don't know if Dust wants to buy me my expensive drink. Really? Really, dude? What is it? Oh, you got some sort of fucking drink. Just put it on the fucking tab, bro. Come on. And he tells me, he's sitting there jingling the ice. He's like, I gotta be at work in 3 hours. Man, you're killing me, bro. Killing me. Shout out to the bar gang.
All right, here is Family Heat.
Mrs. Heat and Little Heat. I was calling him Little Heat all weekend.
Little Heat.
Yeah,
He was working hard. He was working hard.
He was.
He came by my table. I got to talk to him a little bit, and he's a little soft-spoken dude.
Yeah.
Let's try and get him out of his shell.
We seen stacking the shelves and rotating stuff. It was really,
really well mannered too. And Chris's kid too. Chris's kid is just like very impressive. I was very impressed by that kid.
Beautiful family.
Hey, what's this guy doing over here?
Uh-oh. I'm sitting down.
He's sitting down.
Is he sitting? It looks like he's standing up.
No.
It looks like he's trying to lean in and fucking.
He might.
I was so tired.
I think he's flipping the chair from behind.
Sunday was just so fucking.
At one point, Dom's wall was so high, right? So he couldn't see. So I kept doing different voices behind him. Like, I would be like, what's this guy? Why is this guy sitting down? I need some help over here. How much is this boy? And he would get up. And every time he's like, oh,
you
fuck
run
you,
away.
Dave. And at one point, he chased me through the fucking con. I never seen him move that fast.
And JD and
Here's the lovebirds.
again. So
Where's that
FYI,
guy's face? Looks like I have no teeth.
I'm telling you, man, you got that Obi-Wan look, man. Hello there. You got the Obi-Wan going, man. Keep rocking that shit.
You will take your pants off.
I love it.
You will be sliding this into.
Oh, shit.
Gary photobomb.
Gary creeping.
I love these picks, man. This is exactly what I wanted to do, man. Just come here and talk about this.
This is New York Mike showing up on the second day already sporting his Rock Fame shirt.
Yep. I had a good conversation with that too. Real cool. I knew I'd seen him before. He was at TFCon, but we didn't have a chance to talk. But it was good to catch up with him this past week.
Yeah,
it was to talk to him at dinner.
Man.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, one of the cool things was he was telling me about this other Voltron. Everybody drink. Like the Ultimate X type of thing. And I just happened to be standing in the aisle talking to Mike Kincaid, and he happened to bring it up when we were talking. And then Mike just happens to walk in. I was like, Mike, this is Mike. Mike wants to know about the Voltron, whatever I just said, and this Mike owns it, and blah blah blah. And then they got to talking. They were like talking for like 20 minutes. It was like good shit. Here's Jose. Jay Roos.
I was too busy drinking. You kept saying Voltron, and
Kronos has not sold yet, but I think these are two of those guys that are probably like, all right, can you make me a deal on this? Blah blah blah. I believe
those were the guys. Those guys. All right,
yeah.
so I think Jay Roos told the story last night. Me and him had a I was sharing his table at one point because
these guys are in the group
selling
now.
shit. No, they're not. And I'm glad they're not. So anyway, there's Dust. There's that Silver Streak or whatever that you bought, right?
Yes.
I had it on Jay Ruse's table.
Give me a good deal on Silver Streak.
So they were like, all right, for Soundwave, for Soundwave and
Concentrate
and
Silver Streak, right?
Silver Streak, can you do a deal? He was like, that's his, this is mine. They were like, oh, well, you guys all have the same T-shirts on, so aren't you all part? No, we're not. We're selling our own collections.
Yeah, Jay Ruse was like, I bought this figure.
What day was this? Was this Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah, Sunday.
Because Jay Ruse is wearing the old school first run ROC T-shirt.
Yeah. And you know I had that shit priced. I took 10 off. I had it at 50. And I dropped it down to 40. And they wanted it for $35. I was like, no, what are you doing?
So here's the thing I'll say. So I was there, but Jay Ruse got so angry. I'm like, dude, they just made you an offer. Who cares? It's not like a personal attack. They didn't insult you.
No,
but he got so angry.
No, it was the way they came.
That's slightly.
Our prices are so fucking good as they are.
Big deal.
You shouldn't try to undercut something that's so
it's not
fucking good.
No, listen, it wasn't that big of a deal. But in Jay Ruse,
I don't want to pay 99 cents for milk.
It's
I want
not
to pay
Walmart. No. I just
what
was funny though. So Jay Ruse, I also watched him like stressed over like a $5 deal. Dude, how much for the cat? Dude, it's $5. Dude, you can have this cat. I'll send her to you.
I love that cat. She's a snuggle bum.
Here's Bricks. Just
Bricks on the dollar.
Bricks had a fucking pile of Beast
Wars.
He just piled a fucking bunch of Beast Wars figures on the table.
It's like a Beast Wars orgy going on.
Beast banging.
I told him you should have sold them by the pound. It was like he went to a fucking produce market. He had a pile of oranges. And tangerines.
Fresh fruit here. Fresh fruit.
Jose, how'd you get him to take the picture without putting the mask on? You told him you were gonna do something?
I told him I got him. He knows I got him.
I was like, as he was taking the picture, I'm like, this will never be on the internet. You can hang it up in your living room, but it'll never be on the internet.
All right. And here it is.
See, was that the Chrono sale?
That's the Chrono.
That was Chronos.
End of it. I'm glad I captured that moment without even knowing what it was.
Yeah, he's in the group today. The name just fucking. I'm looking in the group right now. The name passes me, but shout out to that dude, man. He came over and he was asking about what we're doing and what we do and why we do it. And I gave him the run through, of course. I gave him the Carnival Barker deal,
So I sold something to this guy, and I started talking to him about a shirt, and then Jose comes over. He's like, "And we got this and this and this," and I was like, "Well, my job here is done." That's kind of fun.
It's awesome, man.
I think that's the dude that said you sold the Realm shirt today. He didn't even
exactly. He didn't even know he needed a Realm shirt until he talked to me.
Yeah, I like the fact the way that we're sold so well seasoned on all this, and we all are so into this and enjoying it. That you're able to talk to someone, and everybody knows to explain exactly what the fuck we're doing here.
Yeah, I think that little girl's taking a Beast Wars figure.
That's it. So you put it in her fucking pocket. Next time I see that bitch with ganking,
mystery stall.
She's getting gaffed in the parking lot.
There's the culprit.
I'm trying to go through the Roman Collectors group, but I can't find his post. So,
oh man, so funny. Look, Flavor Flav.
Having some fun.
Yep. Time for toys.
That's right. Hey, dude, as soon as I put this on, I started making a killing. Oh, and here we are back here behind the table. We got EE Prime 20, Gary, Dave, and JD making
this tattoo devil's back there peeking.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. He knew.
That's a cool shot. We got some of the Justice League guys there too, hanging out.
Yeah. All right, we're coming up close to the end here, I think. And so here was our group shot at the end of Sunday. We forgot to take one at the end of Saturday. Probably should have done that.
Yep.
Jay Ruse in his pose as usual.
I think it's getting to be a point where it's so hard to get everybody.
It is.
Yeah,
and I know this is when Justin and the gang were leaving, Jason and Justin and those guys were leaving. So I was like, this isn't the group pick, but let's get everybody together. And it just wound up to be the group pick.
Yeah.
Dude, Jose, I mean, obviously we got this group pick at the end, but dude, you killed it this weekend, making sure you get pics of everybody. It's very good.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I think we could have doubled this picture.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to the little guy here, making again a wish made come true.
Did you don't got that pic?
I didn't throw it in there. I wasn't. I should have. I should have just threw it in there.
This is my traditional. It's a rap pic.
It's
a wrap. Yep. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. And this was Dust going live in the group, and Jose taking a picture of Dust being live.
I stopped and did a pic while we were going live.
While we were live.
Check out those videos on in the Facebook group, and I know Jose went live on Instagram a couple times. So I don't know. Does Instagram hold those videos?
No, only for 24 hours.
Oh man,
yeah, Ralph here too.
Oh yeah, Ralphie was in there for a minute.
Vendetta. Yep. Mm-hmm. He came through. Always good to see that dude.
Oh, this is a good pick. I hope I win.
Purple drank, man. That purple drink was serious.
This is what happens when you start drinking it. This is what happens when you finish drinking it.
Yeah.
Over here. Big chain.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that was it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty awesome time, man. It was good, and we're gonna shout a few other people out too. It was impossible almost to get pics of everybody just because of everything that was going on. But Abraham came through with his son real quick. It was good to see him. Remy, who we got to meet back in October for ToyCon, New Jersey, he came through and chilled for a little bit. Like we said, Army Mike, who we caught in the background of one of those pics earlier.
Hit us up. I'm not Army.
Army, Navy, dude, let us know, and I'll correct you next time.
You just get a fucking nickname no matter what, man. Here,
but always good seeing that dude. Mike Kincaid came through from Blackout and Shout. He had some t-shirts there on sale, pretty cool. New York Mike, as we said, Jacob was there. Frank Harvey came through. I actually had a coworker who's a part of the Realm group. Recent addition, James B. He came through to the convention, had a good time. And Levi as well from Blackout and Shout. He was there. So I think that covers everybody. If we missed you, we're sorry, but just a lot going on, as you can see. And of course, just always good times when we get together.
I think what we need to do is a sign-in sheet. Just keep a clipboard, sign in when we talk to you, so we remember, because there's just so much going on, just waves and waves.
Well,
and waves.
Yeah. See, well, you know what? Now that we have that nice little backdrop, like you said, red carpet style, we're gonna have just everybody just line up. Hey, just stand in front of the banner and take a pic and stuff like that.
That was our intention. First off, that was the intention, but I don't think we realized how fucking big that thing is. It's 8 by 8. Tables are 6. So we were like, yeah, man, we could get people to take pictures in front of it. That would be so dope. So, next time maybe we could get it in the hallway or something. I don't know. We could figure something out. Put it somewhere. Get it accessible. Put it next to the air fryer.
I think you have to bring the air fryer just for on GP and just put it on display, just right there, not for sale. But
funny.
And just put some potpourri in it, man. Freshen that place up.
Real quick, a real story. When I first got there that morning, it was what time did I roll in? About 7:30, almost 8 o'clock. It was 7 o'clock when I rolled
7
in.
o'clock, yeah.
And shout out to Jay Russo, give me a ride, man. It was really cool. He came up and got me and brought me down there, man. He muled the dust. And then I was walking in there. I'm all excited, man. I was in the car for 2 hours. I'm fucking all coffeeed up. I walk in there. What's up, Rel? Oh, my God. It stinks already. And I screamed. I'm like, who the fuck stinks at 7 o'clock in the morning? And it's the dude that's across from us on the left. And I looked at him from the corner of my eye. I'm like, you dirty motherfucker. How do you stink, man? It was like an onion. It was like a fucking onion. A pungent fucking onion, man. Holy shit. Yo, you know what? Remember what we said? It was like, I felt bad because we were so close to him and the smell was that bad. People are going to come talk to us and they're going to think it's us that stinks. So I was ready to write a little fucking sticker and put it on all of us. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me.
Dude, we definitely need that next time.
When they ask me, what's that sticker not me mean? I'm not the one that stinks.
well, yeah, it does. Just like you said, because sometimes you smell that and you're not sure. But when I said hello to KJ Sparkles, I gave her a hug. She was like, "Oh, you smell so good." I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Dude, it was onions, like not even like good onions, like Vidalia onions. It was like the cheap ass onions. It was the cheap,
rough,
cheap
man.
39 cents a pound onion. Oh my God! At least throw that shit in some butter. Put some butter under your arms. Maybe it smell better. I don't know. How do you smell that bad that early in the morning? It wasn't even like clothes funk. Sometimes dirty clothes live in your basement. Clothes funk,
like mildew smell.
Yeah, this was the absolute worst. This dude ran a marathon. He ran
at
to
this
NJCC.
At this point, it's part of the charm of the show. You got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, part of the charm.
You know what, bro? It really, honestly, man, I'm going to be total honestly with you guys. It really threw a damper on Saturday for me. Sunday, he smelled good. He must have been like, fuck, that was me. And he asked his friends to hose him down. Do me a favor. Like an elephant at Ringling Brothers gets the fucking brush treatment. He had his hands up in the air and he was like fucking scrubbing them. And then he's like, we're going to hose you down. He's like, hold up, I got it. He took his trunk out and sprayed himself. Right? I'm only making fun of the dude because it was fucking really bad. No, you should have some fucking respect for people.
I hate to say it, but yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. But
I remember that guy from ZoloCon. He wasn't so much good there either, and he was standing in front of the door where they let the fresh air in. So it was kind of
he's one of those. He's a perpetual half stepper, man. He knows he's fucking around, man. He's just doing that. Stop. I was ready to fucking get a fucking grip a degree and just say $5 a swipe. I'll do it for you. Your arms, bro. I got you. It got me so self-conscious. I went through half a bottle of cologne.
I saw you.
I thought it was me. Every time you see me, I'm like, I was like the Jerry Curl guy in fucking Coming to America. I was like, every 2 minutes. Jesus, Christmas. Sorry, guys. I can't take it. But the guy definitely has to rethink some of the things that are going on in his life. Enough of the Grand Mac, and let's go with Old Spice. Let's get a little fucking Old Spice gel in your life.
Oh man, so funny. All right, Brian. I was sorry to make you pull double duty with the screen share and stuff, but have you been keeping up with the chat tonight?
Goddamn right, I have.
That's right.
Hey guys, thank you very much for having me on. I really enjoyed it, especially talking about this stuff and what we do with the realm. And I'm going to thank you guys for being part of this and taking it to the next level. And we're just going to go even further and further and further. A lot of different people, a lot of new people. Some people may go, some people may hang. It's always going to be different. But I want to thank you guys personally from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you guys because it makes me feel so good. Sit back and watch what we're doing here.
Aww.
Thank you. Honestly, and I'm not crying. It's just my eyes been tearing. Fucking Saturday morning when I walked in there with Mr. Onion Ass. I haven't been able to stop tearing since. I feel like fucking Samuel L. Jackson and Kiss of Death. You ever seen that movie? There's a pretty obscure reference right there for you. Yeah. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
No, dude, we want to thank you too for being here and stuff, and for everything that you do for the realm.
Don't thank me, man.
People don't know, Dust Controls, all this YouTube stuff. He never misses a show. He's dedicated. He's there all the time to make sure that, that this cog is running, in this machine. So shout out to you. Thank you for that. And thank you and others for having faith in us to do what we do here on Tuesday nights. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you for that.
Constantly growing, man. Constantly growing. That's it.
Shout out to that chat squad. We had 33 watching and 30 likes.
Slam that like button, please. Like a fucking gangbusters.
Nice. And so speaking of chat squad, is it my turn? All right.
Yeah, shout them out.
Here we go. I'm starting off here. We got chat winging them in here. We had Rob M, EP.10, The Lesser Z, Antoine Mega 81, Extra Zero, Too sick to be on. But he's here in spirit. Thank you, sir. We got Rogue War 781, Sunday Heat, Easy Fresh, Lord Shadowkeeper. The Angry Christian was back in the house. We got Josh F, Jiraiya Sama 7, and Deluxe Baldwin was here. And let's see here. We got Cliff B, Walter was in here from Chicago, Adrian A. You got him that email address, right, Dust? He's got something.
Yeah, I got it.
Seems. Yep. We got Jedi Mindset, True Star Screamer, Dare 2727.
Dare. Sorry.
Damn. You know, it's funny that you say that. I listened to that on all my trips up to our realm meetups.
Wow.
With 15 minutes to go into my trip, I shut off the podcast and I throw on the 86 movie soundtrack.
Yeah, well, listen to the 86 score. The score is so much better than the sound.
It's all together. It's all together.
No, there's a separate album that just has the score. It's just Vince DiCola's music from the fucking album.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll drive it for you guys, man. It's fucking incredible.
All right, cool. We got Ian, the Riddler Circle, is in here hanging with us.
Stella! He likes to drink the Stella, so that's what we're doing. Shout out to the
let's see. Dapper Tryon was in here. Gabriel E was in here. Primacon Frogman. Yeah, the Catamus Prime. Ralphie, the Vendetta was in here. Joe H. He's what was it? 400 and something bucks he's eyeing up. I don't know.
I'm coming for you, brother.
He's coming.
Working hard.
We had a newcomer in here tonight. We had Errol. Errol was in here. Shout out to Errol.
Welcome.
We had Jason L. Thank you, sir, for buying again my Mazingers from me.
Thank you.
We had Abraham in. Thanks. It's good to see you too again, dude, and your little son. Let's see. Jason Y. Chicken fried steak.
Oh! Shout out to Mrs. Cologne.
Damn, babe, I told you there's no prize tonight. What the fuck you doing in the chat?
We had Matt Partswarmers in here. We had Lance. Shout out to Lance. We had also the All Queued Up podcast was in here. Dust, who said that you had them bagging up with your live commentary going on to NJCC. We had Paul R. and Dolcar Toys and Stuff. Anyone else here? Jump in here at the end. Nope. That is it.
That is it. Awesome, guys. Thank you for everybody in the chat squad for hanging out tonight.
Means a lot, guys. It really does.
Yep, it really does.
It keeps the vibe of the show moving, man. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I love how when we're reaching for content, we can just go right to the chat squad.
Yep. And I love how they interact with everything that we're talking about and give their thoughts and views and stuff. You know, so that's pretty awesome. So,
and Antoine did ask me if this is a Realm clipboard, and yes, it is now branded Realm.
Nice. So, guys, we were planning on skipping, the giveaway. We do have stuff that's been donated from the community, but you know what? Extra Zero felt bad that he couldn't make the show tonight and that he couldn't make the show over the weekend. So he's got a special gift for everybody out in the chat squad tonight. Brian, were you ready? I hope you were ready.
Of course I'm ready. I know my job.
Brian is always ready. Yeah, see, Dave.
See, chicken fried steak.
I got another fucking podcast to do, so let's wrap this up. Fuck these guys and their fucking gift.
All right.
Let's
wrap it up real.
No, I'm only kidding.
38 people.
I am doing the show.
38 people in the chat squad tonight. All right, let's see here.
Booyah.
Got to throw them in that random.org.
Yeah.
You gotta take if Extra Zero is doing the you gonna take him out of there?
Is he in here?
Yeah, he can't win his own joint, man.
Zero's gonna win his own giveaway.
Tangeray.
That would be funny though.
Whoops.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Thanks for catching that. All right. That makes it 37. All right.
Awesome. Shout out to the chat squad once again.
Wait, he was in the chat?
Yeah, when we were first on.
Oh.
and thank you guys. While Brian's doing that, thank you for everybody for sharing their stories. Once again, the weekend was incredible, and definitely looking forward to the next show in August.
Thank you guys for coming out. Hey, don't forget, we got ToyCon next month.
Yes,
we do.
All the locals up by us at ToyCon, man. Another good show. We're not going to have tables at this show. We're not going to be selling, so it's going to be an all spectating event. But normally what we do is we walk around the show, chill on a Saturday. We go to lunch at B-Dubs, go back to the show for a little bit, and then we bounce back to my place, which is not that far away. We used to go to a movie, but we usually want to just come back and kick it and just chill for a little bit. So get that experience. So everybody's invited. So.
All right. So let's go to the random.org. We're going to get a number, random number.
Let's get the number.
And pick out the winner in the chat.
5.
13.
13.
Right. Number 13.
Who is lucky number 13?
13. In Vietnam, number 13. Number 17.
Who will it be?
Jason Y.
Woo! Jason Y, congratulations.
I'm trying to get to that real quick so I could do the there it is.
Jason Young? Wait a minute, Jason Young?
Jason Young.
Jason won.
He didn't win already?
Oh, he did. I think he won my Jane solo.
You guys got to play by the rules, man.
Sorry, what is that? There's no double winners?
Right. Well, we weren't doing that for our personal giveaway.
Okay.
But this is a giveaway given, from the community. And you know what? It is coming from Extra Zero, but he did do his normal giveaway, and this is just something for missing the show tonight. So, Jason Y, congratulations. You won yourself a digital download for Thor Ragnarok, which released on Blu-ray today. So that's instant gratification, brother. Hit me up. I'll send you that code, and you could watch that movie tonight if you want to. So,
awesome. Congrats, brother.
Awesome. Congrats. So, all right, we're going to run it down the line and get some where you at. So that's going to be our show for tonight. So first up, Energon Addict.
Energon Addict on Instagram. Dave Colon in the Facebook groups here on Tuesdays. I just want to thank Riddler Circle and EE Prime for being a great guest in my car. I mean, they're very polite. They don't let me pay for shit when they come with me, and I really appreciate them. They're really good friends. Thank you. Thank you for coming through.
Nice co-pilot. That's some Chewbacca shit.
So
can't pay for anything.
So Dave, I gotta ask. They were polite, but were you polite? I heard that you were not as polite.
Oh, I was farting on the way home. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
damn, Dave.
I had a coffee like late in the afternoon, and sorry, EE Prime was snoring through half of it, so he was just ingesting that either through his mouth. At least Ian was able to open the window here and there, So, sorry, guys.
All right, next up, the Analyzer.
You can find me, Brian Brink, in the Facebook groups, at Brinkalizer on Instagram, and various shows here on the Realm Collectors.
All across the Cool Table Network.
It's like a bad rash. He's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I like being scratched. So that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Okay.
With some sandpaper.
You can find me.
I'm
find me here
ready
Tuesdays.
to go. Shout out to the Cobra Law podcast. I'm ready to go.
You can find me here on Tuesdays and in the Facebook groups at Dominic Ross. Thanks, guys.
All right. G Money.
Hey, Gary Allen in the Facebook groups. I'll be doing some posts the next couple of weeks as we round out the final days for the Wellness Challenge here up to April 1st. And we'll be here on Tuesday nights with this group.
Wrapping it up, huh? It's almost done.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Home stretch.
Awesome, man.
Stretch.
Congratulations, guys. Such hard work you guys are putting in.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm the asshole that's going to start my own weight loss challenge after the weight loss challenge. Looking at those pictures, it's time.
I'll be with you, Dust. I'll be with you.
All right, Dom, we got this, bro. We got
Yes,
it.
All right, JD.
You can find me JD Brocious in the Facebook groups. Pigment surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live, and here with you guys every Tuesday night, and figure banging on every other Thursday.
We're not sure because Ace got married. Congratulations to Ace, man.
Shout out to Ace.
Shout out to Ace.
And he bought a house, and he's getting that place all together. So we're not quite sure what's going. It's up in the air right now. So we'll see what's up, what's going on with that.
We'll see what's going on. We'll be back soon.
And what's up with the green there, man? You on that, Mr. McGee? Don't make me angry, Mr. McGee.
That's right. I'm hulking out.
Is there no sex in the green room?
That's awesome.
And I just want to shout out my roommate for taking care of my dogs while we were gone.
Oh,
so
cool.
Shout out to Mr. Zapsik.
Awesome. All right, the Rock Father.
Yo, what's up, everybody? First off, I want to thank you guys for having me on tonight. It really means a lot, and I'm very proud of you guys for taking a little bit of a show that we had that was kind of like all over the place. You know, shout out to the ROC Hangout. It's not dead. We're still doing it, but making it a little more civilized and really going forward on these topics of collectors, because, you know, that's what we are. You know, we touch on things on, you know, ETR, but it's more of a variety show, I would say. And you guys are more of a meat and potatoes show. You know, let's get into the minds of the fellow collectors and see what we all think. And I'm proud of you guys, man. Episode 10. I can't wait for 20, 30, 40, 50, you know. Yeah. So keep pushing it, man. And thank you guys. I really appreciate for everything that you guys do here, man. So
thank you.
Thank you for paving the way, brother.
And on that note, Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook groups, Dust Mites on Instagram, Dust Mites on Xbox Live. I dropped the Tumblr because I don't tumble for you. I don't care who the fuck you are. Shout out to my Cobra Law Records family. Nathan Haskell's album is going to be released in a hard copy finally. The CDs are done. It has 3 bonus tracks that you did not get on the digital. So just look out for that. Hit them up. I am recording episode number 2 of the Cobra Law podcast, which is called Welcome to the Terradrome. See what I did there? It's the only Cobra Law podcast. Cobra podcast, we will not be talking about Cobra or music. So it's just us kicking about other things. So episode 1 is done. We have it recorded. It's on YouTube right now on the Cobra Law Records YouTube channel and on Nathan Haskell's SoundClick for download. The homie Ace Milo is working with us right now to get it on iTunes. So that should be up there too. So Thank you guys. I just wanted to push that out there.
All right, keep us posted. Yeah, keep us posted.
Definitely. We had a really good time, man. It's a good time, good people. It's kind of cool that I'm able to just do a different show where I don't have to talk about the same, you know, collecting aspect. We could just talk about whatever the fuck we want, you know, pop culture, music. It's all over the fucking place, and we have a good time doing it. So thank you guys very much.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight.
That's all I got. My eye is tearing again.
All right.
I see a tear.
Yeah, it's tearing. It's all that fucking those fucking farts that E Prime laid in my pillow the hotel room. That's what it was. He set me up for pink eye action here.
All right, and as for myself, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all over social media as Hurricane BX, here with these fine gentlemen every single Tuesday night. Guys, remember to check out the website, realmofcollectors.com. Merchandise is available to purchase. We appreciate love and support from the community. Shout out to friends of the show at Figure Photography Crate on Instagram. That's our boy Tim K, Third Party Unlimited, and tfprototype.com. Check out kumastyle.com and Retro Now on YouTube. The TKO guys, Totally Knocked Off podcast, and Blackout and Shout. Good time with those guys this weekend. Join us on Facebook, where there is a group, Realm of Collectors. We're on Instagram at Realm of Collectors. Breaking the Mold is a proud part of the Cool Table Network, so please pull up a chair. It's a hub for like-minded podcasts, including Enter the Realm, Plastic Fanatics, Shattercast Uncut, Toy Detox, Nerd Rage Radio, Beer and Bolters 40K, Stasis Lock 8 weeks, and building up to it. Fresh Communication as well, featuring Intex and Crosshatch. You can find the Cool Table on Facebook and subscribe to all these other great podcasts on iTunes and Google Play. Please send any feedback or topics for this show to breakingthemoldcast@gmail.com. That's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to everybody listening. We are the ROC. We're not going anywhere, so get to know us. ROC Hangout will continue, so we're going to drop a link in the Facebook group. The Hangouts aren't dead. We're going to be here all night.
Never.
So pop in, hang out with us, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Later. Have a great week, everybody.
Sorry, guys.
Bye.
I cannot hang around for the hangout tonight. I got to do this fucking Cobra Law shit. So
Yeah. Bye.
You know, hashtag the Cobra Law
Bye,
Records.
Dust.
Find us at CobraLawRecords.com, Bandcamp.com, Cobra Law Records. Check out the new album, Cobra. Fuck you.